Well, hello YouTube and welcome to another video on my channel. I have an art haul to share with you, including some brand new products from Schmincke that just got released this week. So I'm super excited to open these. These are new to me and some I have never seen before. So I'm excited. I hope you are too. Please stay tuned because I'm going to get started straight away. Thank you for staying with me and choosing to spend some time with me today. My name is PJ and this is the Portland Art Studio. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not. Thank you to all my subscribers. And if you aren't subscribed, I hope you consider doing so. Today, I have a pretty sizable art haul to share with all of you. Like a lot of people, I am on a low buy this year, but I got gifted a $150 gift card. And so, of course, I spent it on art supplies and I bought some stuff that I wanted and needed. And it came very timely because this week, Schmincke just released some new paints and I ordered them straight away and I got them. They just got here. And so I'm really excited to open them and swatch all this stuff out with you. So please settle in because I want to relax and enjoy myself, especially because I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of art hauls this year. So I guess I will start over here with this travel bag that I got. So I picked up this travel bag. This is a travel art bag. And I'm going on vacation this year. I'm going abroad for 2.5 weeks. So I want to bring like everything with me. And I kind of want a larger art bag than I normally carry with me, which I don't know how smart that is. Maybe just bringing my regular art kit is, but anyway, I wanted a larger travel bag. And this is actually not that much larger than my normal kit, but the capacity seems like it will be. And I like the layout of it and everything. I did a lot of looking online at different like bags and travel bags. And I think this one's going to really work well for me. And I like it because I can carry some pencils. I can carry some odd stuff in here without losing it, you know, like my sharpener and things like that, perhaps an eraser. And I think also here I can carry like a lot of pens, some brushes. I can carry a palette, perhaps even a sketchbook. And also it's not like that thick of a bag. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to take up that much space or real estate. Like, I think I can just kind of set it down into my bag like this. So I'm excited to get this and try it out and fill it up. If you want to see me pack it up, let me know down below. I'm happy to make that video and share with you what I'm going to pack for my trip abroad. And let's see. So I guess, you know, I've been doing some local shopping. I'll share with you what I've bought locally first. How about that? So recently, Gamblin came out with some brand new oil paint colors. And I do primarily like watercolor and gouache, but I have dabbled in oil paint in the past. And I've recently tried to get back into it. And I have to tell you, these new colors from Gamblin, I am finding so inspirational. So I only bought one. So this is their hot pink. And I will go ahead and like swatch it out just so that you can see. I don't do that much oil painting, but I'm finding these colors really, really inspirational. And I only bought one color. When I went into the art supply center. And I got a tube of this for myself and for my friend Maria, who does oil painting over at Art Alchemy. And I sent her a tube of this paint. And I have to tell you, like, I'm really sorry that I didn't buy the other colors. And it's taking me everything not to go back to the store and buy like some more tubes of this paint, because the new colors that Gamblin came out with are so inspirational. I find them anyway. They came out with a bunch of like bright, hot colors and I absolutely love them. And I have a feeling this year I'm going to go deep on Gamblin's colors and their paints and get into oil painting, especially during the summer. That's when I tend to do most of my oil painting is during the summer. So, yeah, if you're interested, let me know. But that's the Gamblin oil paint, and this is the paint. It's really beautiful. It's so opaque, and a lot of fluorescent oil paints aren't that opaque. And how I've done this in the past, I will show you. So in the past, I've tried, this is the Gamblin paint here that I kind of swatched out because this is my swatch card. In the past, I have fluorescent pigments, and what I do is I mix them into white paint. And that's how I've achieved these colors before, is that I mix them myself with just dry pigment into white paint. So this is oil paint. These are oil paint swatches that I have mixed up. And these are colors, like I said, that I've mixed myself. And so I do have those pigments, but I'll tell you, like, the Gamblin colors are so beautiful. I'm really tempted to pick up the other colors that they have. But so anyway, that's the oil paint. I know that a lot of you don't do oil paint, so I'll move on pretty quickly onto the other supplies. But if you're into it, like, I did want to share, I mean, they're really beautiful. So, and also check out Maria's channel. So there, I also, when I was in the art supply center in Portland, I also picked up this Pilot varsity pen. They had these varsity pens. I bought one for Maria in pink, but I got like this teal one. Isn't that cute? It's just a little fountain pen with just ink, so you can cute little pen. And it's not waterproof or anything. It's just kind of like a disposable fountain pen, but I thought that was really cute. So I picked that up. And then at checkout, so like nothing major here, but at checkout, they had these, a bunch of these watercolor pencils from this Design USA in peacock green, just this one color. It was like a box of pencils. And so again, I picked up one for Maria and one for myself. But it's a pretty color. And it's kind of soft. Have you ever heard of this brand, Design? I didn't even look them up when I got home. I have to tell you, I didn't even look at them. But it's pretty peacock green. And it dissolves completely. It dissolves better than my Derwent watercolor pencils. Look at that. So that was a cool little find. I was happy about that. So yeah, I'd like to know who else. I should look them up. I'll look them up after this video and see. And then I popped into this other store, and I was in Portland with a friend, and we passed this store I'd never seen before, Columbia Art and Drafting Supply. And so they were like, let's go in. And so we did. And I bought a few things. So in there, I bought, well, I didn't get these there. Let me explain. Okay. So in there, I bought a few things. They had a bunch of paper. And so I have wanted to try this Hannah Mule toned watercolor paper for a really long time. And they had pads of it, and they were buy one, get one free. So I bought one and got one free. And so I'm really excited to try these out. And I really want to open them actually and see what the deal is with these, because I have never really used the Hannah Mule watercolor paper, and then I got a sketchbook from them last year, and I finished that. I really liked it. So I'm curious to see what their other paper is like. It's not regularly available here. Well, at least it hadn't been. But I had seen this and was really curious about it. Inspired by Urban Sketchers. So this is Tone Tan watercolor paper. 200 GSM, 95, so it's not the thickest, but fine. It's supposed to be gently toned watercolor paper, has an even fine grained surface structure, providing a natural background for your artwork. Suitable for wet techniques. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. Isn't that neat? It's watercolor paper. So there's the tan, and then I got a gray one. And then when I was in there, they had like everything. I mean, it's an art supply and drafting supply store. It's very, very cool place. More like drafting than art. But still they had plenty of art supplies and some really interesting art supplies as well. This is really interesting, y'all. I can't wait to paint on these and see what this is like. So I thought that was very reasonable. 20 sheets per pad. They were $7.25 per pad. So that's what they came to with the buy one, get one. So I think that's fair. And then I found these really interesting brushes in that store. And their brushes, these were 40% off. So I picked up 2. I like special effects brushes. I think they're fun. And so I picked these up. I have never seen them. And I think one is called a whale tail and one is called a wave. By this company called Dynasty Brush Company, which is an American USA assembled Thailand parts, but assembled in the USA. They're a USA brand from what I could gather online. I did look this brand up because I looked to see what these brushes were about. And the only thing I could find was one video that they had posted, just a short that the company had posted. And it looks like they're for acrylic painting, but I want to try them out with watercolor and gouache and see about that. So the other thing is, while I was in that store, they had just a couple of these pencils. They were like sold, their display was empty. Otherwise I would have bought these there, but their display was empty. And they had a couple of these and I fell in love. You know, they, just like most art stores, they have pencils and then, you know, with a little piece of paper that you can try them out on. And so I tried one and it was so delicious that I really wanted all of them. And they only had a couple of colors. So I wasn't able to really get them open stock there. Interesting. Okay. So these pencils, these are Koh-i-noor tritone pencils. And at this Columbia Art and Drafting Supply, they only had a couple of these available. They didn't have the whole set. They were pretty much cleaned out, but they did have actually this one. And I tried it on their little piece of paper and fell in love and knew I wanted to get the whole set. So here we are. I was able to get the whole set. And unfortunately, they didn't have it, or else I would have bought it there, but I did. So I did get it off Amazon. But I have a couple of like these, you know, multicolored pencils, which I really like. I didn't bring them all out. I just grabbed the 2 that I have from Koh-i-noor. But these are like the thicker pencils. There's like a fluorescent one. And then I have this magic pencil. They have a couple other ones, but these I was really interested in. And I do want to swatch these out because, so basically they're colored pencils and then they have multiple colors in them, but they're in the same kind of color family. So they produce like variated colors when you color with them. I want to make sure that I am in frame. So this one's called Daffodil. And I guess I'm not expecting this one to look too different. This just kind of looks like a yellow right here. But I'm excited to see the different effects that I can get drawing with these. Like I said earlier this year, I got those Derwent drawing pencils. This one's called Desert Yellow. And this one's called Marigold. So earlier this year, I got the Derwent drawing pencils. There you can see some variation in color. And I've really been enjoying working with pencils. And I would like to take them outside in like plein air more. And, you know, hence a larger pencil case for when I go out. This one's Flame. Oh yeah, now you can really see in the brighter colors, you can kind of see a variation in the color that you're getting. And this is not, this is watercolor paper. So I don't know if you can see the variation in color there. Like for instance, the Portland Art Museum just opened a David Hockney exhibit. And like, I really want to go and take some pencils and do like a sketch, you know, and kind of do studies. That's Ember. And I thought like immediately when I saw these, I was like, these would be perfect for something like that. Okay, this one is Spanish Night. So like they're multicolored pencils with, oh, hey, that one's neat. This one's Volcano. Wow. These like, they're fun and they're really like, they're soft. They're not too hard. And they provide, I think, some dimension in coloring. Violets, because of the multiple colors in each pencil, it's like each pencil's just like more dynamic. It's already like layered 3 different colors in there. This is Evening Storm. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a red and like a cobalt turquoise. Summer Sky. So I don't know if like the variation is coming up for you, but it's certainly, I can certainly tell. It's not so dramatic. It's where it's distracting to your eye, but it's subtle and it gives the pencil just some dimension. Just like if you kind of layered it or something. I'm so happy with these. Twilight. I think these are going to be so nice to have in my art kit, you know, in the studio and then to go. This is Tropical. And these are the colors that are blended down here on the end. Ooh. So this is a blue and a yellow and 2 shades of blue and a yellow, and it produces like multiple shades of green and the yellow in there. See that? These are really neat. And they were not expensive. Like they were, you know, maybe $30, $35 or something off of Amazon. Oh, that's neat. For like grass effects or something, or on a mountainside, a landscape. So do you see why, like, when I saw these, I was like, oh, I want to take these to the Portland Art Museum and do David Hockney studies. How much fun. Oh, these greens are so good. These greens are so good. So you're essentially, you know, I'm able to then bring like 9 different greens in 3 pencils. So these are genius. Tiger. Oh, I love that. Very cool. Very cool. How nice to do like trees and landscapes and things like that. See, like even lightly though going, like I'm able to get a real variation. I don't know if you can pick that up, but I certainly can. It's adding like a lot of dimension. I don't know if you can see that. Earth tones. Oh, that's like a yellow ochre, a Venetian red, and a brown. And see, also, like, depending on where you are with the pencil or on the pencil, you can get different. These are really nice. And then last but not least, we have metal, which is a variation of black and grays, I guess. Oh, that's very cool. So, oh, all right, interesting. Like, maybe with this one, you can kind of see the variations that you're able to get. These are really nice. Okay, these are like as cool as I hoped they would be. Very nice. It's super exciting to have those. So these are the Tritone 23 pencils with 1 blender pencil. Yeah, traditional pencil, Tritone. Yeah, a lot more dimension with these. These are very, very cool. Let me know down below if you have these. I'd really like to know your experience with these. Okay. I'm not going to make you wait anymore because I don't want to wait anymore. So this box comes from Jackson's. And I saw this week that Schmincke had come out with brand new colors in their retro series. Let me open this up. Okay. So I saw this week that Schmincke had come out with 3 new colors in their retro series. I did not buy their other series in the past. But when I saw these come out, I did. I went to Jackson's and I bought them. This was the only thing I bought. I paid for shipping because I wanted them and I didn't want to buy more. So I was able to get 3 full-size tubes of the brand new Schmincke watercolors. So Schmincke came out with a retro series I'm a year or 2 ago, and I'm so excited. It was this color that I went, oh, and made me go straight to Jackson's and buy. And they just came out with 3 new colors, and they're on sale at Jackson's right now. So Jackson's has them. They're the only place that I saw that does. They come in like a small trio for like $15, and then each tube is like $15. And I bought the full-size tubes because I knew that I was going, yeah, I bought the full-size tubes. So we have, this one's called Gamboge Gum. So they came out with 3 of these colors in their 30s series, and they also came out with some new products too. Check them out because they're beautiful. And yeah, I was tempted to do like the 9-pan tin that they have, limited edition. It's gorgeous, but I didn't. I just bought these. So this is Gamboge Gum, and it is a transparent yellow. PY 150 and PY 65. Gamboge Gum. And then they came out with Sulfurino, which is a pink. Sulfurino. PW4 and PR122. And then this Castler Brown. NBR8. So let's see what they look like, huh? So, oh, this tube is beautiful, by the way. This is actually my first full-size tube of Schmincke. I did get their, I know that's a lot of paint. I did get, but I want you to see it. I know that's a lot of paint, but I want you to see it. And I want to be able to kind of mix with them and things like that. So let's play. Let's have a play. Ooh. That's Solferino. Light fast rating of 3. They all have light fast ratings of 3. And this is Castler Brown. And I have lots more paint, so stay tuned. All right. So this is the Gamboge gum. See? As soon as I saw this on Instagram, I was like, I need that. I need that. And I'm going to zoom you in. There you go. Look at that. So that's called Gamboge gum. And this next up is Solferino. A little bit of binder. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. These are so bright. They are so bright. And then this is the Castler Brown. So I have one Schmincke palette. That's beautiful. This one is a granulator. So I have one Schmincke palette, and I was really excited to add a few more colors to it. I will show you. So this is my Schmincke palette, and I'm really excited to add to it because I haven't added colors to it in a long time. So I'm really excited to add these 3 colors to it. Very excited for that. And I want to kind of do some mixing here and see how they blend together. I'll mix them on my desk. Ooh, what a pretty red that made. That made a beautiful red. Let's try with some of this brown. Ooh. Okay. Add a little more brown in there. And I want to try. I can't get over how pigmented this Solferino is. That's lovely. This Castler Brown, as it's drying down, is really pretty. And that's with the red. Wow. These are really pretty, y'all. Nice job, Schmincke. Nice job. Okay, so I told you that I had some more paints. I want to show you it. This Castler Brown isn't even dry yet here. But you can see that's granulating really beautifully. These mixes are so pretty though. Like, honestly. These colors together are really, really nice. I'm digging it a lot. All right. Then I picked up some things from Amazon. I picked up this Daler Rowney FW ink in Antelope Brown. I don't have it, and I've been using inks. That's the other thing I've been using a lot lately. So I'm excited to try this. Here's my dip pen. So I've been doing more like ink and wash type of stuff. And I've been on the lookout, I've been using my inks more and been on the lookout for like waterproof inks. I'm going to get my hand in paint. I just know it's a matter of time. So this would be the, what's wrong with me? Why is that so scratchy?
Why is this so scratchy all of a sudden? I wonder why it is so scratchy. And we don't need to test that right now, but here is Antelope Brown. Ooh,
That's pretty. Okay, as this Castler Brown is drying, I liked it when I first painted it out. As it's drying, I'm liking it more and more. There is like very slight flocculation, I think, but it's really beautiful. I'll try and take some close-up pictures of these paints and insert them. But like the mixes, as they're drying down, really, really pretty. But there's definitely some flocculation in the Castler Brown that's creating flocculation when I mix it with some others. So I will share that with you so that you can see and decide if that's an effect that you like. I don't know. Okay, so like I said, I do have some more paints to share with you and a couple more products. So I bought a few more things off Amazon. I've got some Holbein paints coming up. So I did get a few other things from Amazon. I got this watercolor journal from Koh-i-noor. I have another watercolor journal from them, which I like very much. It's my Urban Sketchers journal, and it's almost done. And I just needed a sketchbook, and so I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. So I picked this one up. It was $13, and it's a hardcover watercolor sketchbook. Perforated sheet inside pocket. Medium surface, ideal for watercolors. It's pretty. It's teal. It's got like a faux, leather front. And this watercolor paper is the same that is in my Urban Sketching journal. So I'm happy with that. I'm totally happy with that. I like this. I like their sketchbooks. They're affordable. If something happens to it while I'm out, it's not the end of the world. I don't feel like I have to be too precious with it. And yeah, I like this. I like this. It lays flat. This is nice. This is nice. There's a bunch of pages. There's a pocket in the back. This is really nice. I've been happy with this brand, Koh-i-noor. Yeah, have you tried them? This will be my second sketchbook, and I've had the other one for a minute in my purse. So, and it's held up really, really well. This is lovely. Maybe we should swatch the new paints on it. So I got this rainbow. I have a color wheel, but I thought this was really cool because it has like different colors that you can, it's a color selection thing. It's not just a color wheel, but it's like a color picker as well. And I thought this might be neat to have for like palette selection. Because this year I've been doing, in this month specifically, I've been doing a lot of like color selection and palette selections, which I'll share more about in a video coming up. But this is like a color selector. It's, you've got your color combinations, of course, your complementary, your split complementary, your triads. But it talks about different color combinations. And how to pick like so if you're interested in like exploring palettes and color combinations and how to pick a good palette and that kind of thing, something like this might be useful for you as well. So basically, you know, you can kind of match this up and select different colors. They've got triads, color selection here, and then they have different values within each. So it's not like your typical color wheel. This one has different values that you can kind of match up as well. So it's not, yeah. So I really liked this. I thought this was a dynamic little artist tool to have in my kit. And look, it's not that big. Like, I wonder, I bet it could fit in the back of my sketchbook. And it does. How cute is that? Little color selector. Oh my gosh, how cute. And even as a gift, that'd be like a nice little gift. I'd be so happy to receive that. How cute. All right. All right, so I'm really excited about that. Handy tool for perfect color combinations every time. And I think it is. All right, and then the other thing that I got is I got 3 new tubes of Holbein paint. Well, I got 2 new tubes of Holbein paint. And one color that I'm familiar with that I have in a half pan that I like it so much I want. Okay. So I got 3 new tubes of Holbein paint. And I did this because so Amazon has been having really good prices on Holbein paint lately. And I was wanting this gray of gray for a really long time. But locally, it's expensive. And Amazon's been having really good prices. Each of these tubes were under $10. And so I got gray of gray, I got turquoise blue, and I got olive green. Now, I have olive green, but I have it in a half pan, and I really like it, and I want it in other palettes. So that's why I got it. Turquoise blue and gray of gray are new to me. This is my Holbein palette, and I brought it out for a reason because I got some pans that I want to show you. These are like not traditional pans. I'm excited about these. I also picked up these pans because I saw them and I got really excited. So I think it was the last video I did was a palette tour of all my palettes. And when I took out my Holbein palette, I had shared that I love this palette, but I'm not thrilled about it because it doesn't fit all of my Holbein paints. I have a few more paints than I can cram into this palette. And that's because 2 half pans, well, I have more paints now, but 2 half pans won't fit here. Only a full pan will. So, you know, it will fit 4 full pans, but not 8 half pans. Go figure. And then down here is where the brush went in this palette. And I have crammed in more half pans there as well. But then on Amazon, I saw these pans, and these pans are from F Club, and they're like filler palette pans. They're like, do you see? So I got so excited to try these out because I was like, these are going to be fantabulous for my Holbein palette. This might just solve my problem. Sorry, I have like literally crammed these in. So, you know, I really don't want full pans of these. They were just what would fit. And so what I want to do is now fit in a lot more colors into this palette. And I think this is going to solve my problem. So you can put maybe, you know, it's like Tetris, you know, you can fit in now 3 more colors instead of just, you know, 1 color. Look at that. And now I don't know, these are actually really narrow, but I think they're going to be okay. So, you know, I think that will be okay for my brush, you know, and I'm excited to put some more colors into my Holbein palette and do like an overhaul so that I can use it more, because that's what happens. Like, I stop using this as much because there are colors that I use and that are not in this palette. And then I have a lot of colors that are just in half pans and I don't have tubes of, like my olive green that I want in other palettes, but I only have a half pan of. So now I have a tube of the olive green, which I love so much, so I can put that in other palettes. And then I have some more Holbein colors that I can add, and now I can actually add them because I have these little pans. So that's a lot more colors that I can add in. And these little palette filler pans are, I think, a game changer. So these are by F Club, and yeah, I'm excited to try them out, these little palette filler pans. So before I do that though, I want to swatch out the 3 new paints that I got. So let's do that. So I don't want to start that new sketchbook just yet. So I'm gonna grab another sheet of paper. This is just B watercolor paper, and it's the really thin kind. It's the 90 pound. I accidentally ordered it and I was like, not gonna return it. I will just use it as swatch paper because it was really inexpensive. So here is Gray of Gray, and it's just PW6. It's just white and black, and this can totally be mixed, but I really like this I really want it as a convenience color. I really enjoy using pastels I use pastels. You can see I use pastels a lot. And so I was really wanting this as one of those colors, because also I don't want to use just like, you know, gouache. I wanted like a transparent gray, and this is giving me exactly that. Also in my palette tour, I shared how much I like my grayscaled Kramer pigment palette. And so, you know, it's not a surprise. I like gray watercolors. I like black and white and gray watercolors. They're fun. And this is beautiful. That's stunning. I am so glad I have it. I'm trying to get that shadow off. So glad I have it, and so kind of sad that I waited that long, as long as I did, to get it, because that's quite fabulous. That's quite fabulous. That's great for like sidewalks and stuff. That's beautiful. I like that so much more than I thought I would. I knew I would like it, but I didn't know that I would like it this much. That's really pretty water. Like, I'm surprised at how pretty a gray watercolor is, but that is very pretty. This turquoise blue is very pigmented. This is a series B, and I paid like $8 for it, y'all. Like, yeah, these two were series A, but this is a series B. So check out the Amazon prices on Holbein, and if you need anything, like, it's probably a good time to stock up. Oh, yeah. So this turquoise blue is PG7, PB15, and PW6. So there's a little bit of white in there, but that's lovely. Yes. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I want to bring this over because those are totally getting mixed. I hope you stay tuned for that. And then there's olive green. So that you can see. And one thing I've noticed as I'm getting tubes and half pans, that oftentimes, I have noticed that oftentimes the half pans and tubes are different looking. Slightly, but just different. They're not exact. So this is Holbein's olive green that I just think is such a great color. And is one of the most used colors on my Holbein palette. I wanna just swatch this right next to it. That's not it. That can't be it. That's shadow green. See what I mean? That is it. That is it. That is it. How is this possible? Y'all, that's olive green in the half pan. That is a different color. I mean, it's beautiful, but that's not the same color. Do you see? Let's double check it, because you know, I've been known to make mistakes. So let me double check. Olive green. Olive green. Olive green. Olive green. Not the same color. I mean, I like it, but not the same color. Very different color. Very different. So I don't know what gives with that. If you know what gives with that, let me know down below. But I am noticing that the half pans and the tubes vary quite a bit. So, you know, looks like that half pan's going to still stay on this palette. I mean, I'm going to have to fill a half pan with this. Now, I tell you, and put this on this palette. I don't know what to say. Like, they're not even similar. That's a completely different color. This is olive green. This is olive green, at least according to Holbein. But that's a completely different color. I mean, I'm just saying, I was really hoping for a tube of that. And I like that, but I was really hoping for a tube of that. All right. Well, I want to mix my new paints and see what we get. So I hope you stay tuned for that. All right. So I want to mix up these colors with the turquoise from Holbein is really what I want to do. Want to mix that with the turquoise and that with the turquoise. And I also want to mix this with the turquoise. Ooh, hey. That is a bright green. Okay. This turquoise is, ooh, look at that. Look at that purple. Hey, those are cool colors. All right. And then let's try you with the brown. Ooh. Ooh, love. 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 All right. I wonder what the gray will do. That's with a little bit of the turquoise. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Maybe some of the red. That's nice. Okay, the turquoise and the castle brown is really pretty. I want to do castle brown and gray. See what that's like. Oh, nice. That's cool. All right. Okay, so I did want to try out and see what these, what kind of strokes these brushes make. So let's take some of this super pigmented pink Now this is supposed to, I think this is the whale tail, I'm guessing. Sherman frame. Isn't that interesting? I have no idea. I do actually have some ideas what I would paint with this. I like that. It does look like a whale tail. This is interesting, y'all. How neat. So from what I could gather, at least online, they were, oh, I just had an idea. So from what I could gather, at least online, that these were using, they were using these with acrylics. So what I did is I dipped this side in pink and this side in teal. That's kind of neat, huh? Okay, all right. I'm dipping half in the Castle Brown and half in the pink. Let's see. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. What would you paint with these brushes? Do any ideas come immediately to mind? Do these kind of brushes interest you? Oh, how fun. I mean, like, these would be good for like fences. I bet you could do, oh, look at that. Wow. Maybe do like some trees. Wow, I'm getting some really neat shapes with these, y'all. Look at that. I'm having way too much fun with this. Okay, I want more paint is what I want. I have just a pan of mineral violet here from, wow. Okay, this is really cool. This is interesting. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of fun. Okay, that's just this whale tail brush. Now I want to try this one. I need to grab another piece of paper because fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one, I think this is called the Crown. Let's try. I totally am now dipping this in all the paints. Okay. I guess maybe I should do just one color at first, huh? Just load up my brush. Look at me getting all excited to see the effects. Okay. So it doesn't hold a whole lot of water. I mean, you can tell this is probably like an acrylic gouache brush more than a watercolor brush. I mean, it does hold water, but it doesn't hold a ton. Ooh. So like with a very steady hand, perhaps you could do kind of like a fence. But I don't know if you'd probably have a steadier hand, just one at a time, unless you did something fast. Oh, I bet, you know what, this would probably be good for maybe like some feathers. Iron frame, barely. I feel like I'm getting like more of, I feel like I got more of a variation with the whale tail than with the crown, but maybe I just need to play with it some more. Like I feel like this is just kind of a fan brush, but I'm sure you could get some really pretty marks with it. Let's try. Okay. I don't know. I think I like the whale tail. It just at least seems more intuitive. Okay. All right. Well, hey, that might be, oh, here we go. Here we go. I can see how this might do some pretty like hair effects, especially with like maybe gouache or something. But I personally am feeling like the whale tail is more intuitive to use for me and a lot more comfortable. I feel like I can get a lot more consistent, at least I mean, just even trying it out, I feel like I initially got more consistent marks from this whale tail. You know, one thing I've noticed is that local art stores here in Portland, they write their prices on their stuff, which, you know, like I can appreciate, like, I don't know if I can appreciate that, but I can't. I don't like that. Don't write on my shit. I mean, you know, I can probably like scrape it off, but like, honestly, like, don't write on my shit. Like, I bought new shit. I want to keep my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me ruin my shit. I don't appreciate this. This is now the second art store that I've been in that does this. Art Supply Center does it. They write price tags on all their stuff. It's like with Sharpie, you know, metallic Sharpie. Like everything had a price on it, which I really don't appreciate. Like it's nice to know what the price is. And then it's also nice to be able to take that price sticker off. So just my 2 cents there, but I don't appreciate that. Oh, this came off pretty easily, but still, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I don't love it. But these were 40% off. That's cool. I mean, can't you get a price gun? Do they not make price stickers anymore? Did they eliminate them when we went digital or something? Maybe you can't get a price tag gun anymore, you know, with a little sticker. Maybe that's vintage. I don't know. Those are the brushes. Fun. Let's try turquoise and this olive green. Ooh, hi. That's pretty. I'm going to add in just a a little bit of purple to that and see what we get. So that's going to mix some pretty greens. All right, well, I'm super happy with this art haul. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today to play with my art supplies. Let me know down below what you would like to see first or more of. Let me know if you're going to pick these up. Yeah. Please like, please subscribe. Please turn those notification bell on so that you can find out when I upload again. And thank you again, really, for hanging out with me today and having some fun. I hope you get to enjoy some new art supplies soon this year. And until next time, everybody, take good care. Bye.